Dominica, good afternoon to you and welcome. Welcome to the Talk on the Block. You know, if it's on the block, then we'll talk about it. We have an interesting conversation for your job fair coming up. Your young people or those interested in maybe working in Antigua. We have 3 executives. On the StreamYard link this afternoon to talk to you. So, an opportunity to take some notes. But we'll be right back after a word from our sponsors, Dominica. Stick around. Stick around.
Blue Box is turning 5. We're celebrating 5 years growing together with our biggest anniversary event on August 24 and 25th. Join the celebration and win big. Spend $10 or more on August 24th and 25th for a chance to spin and win instant prizes. Grand sweepstakes. Spend $55 or more between now and August 24th to enter our grand raffle. First place, $1,000 Blue Box gift certificate. Second place, 10 by 6 by 6 greenhouse. And third place, 1 bale of sugar potted mix. Visit Blue Box today in Roseville on the corner of Hanover Street and Bury Lane. Telephone number 235-3483 or in Goodwill on 66 Federation Drive, 235-3480. Terms and conditions apply. Let's bloom together.
The hurricane season is upon us. Q95 FM Radio, your lifeline during the hurricane season. Stay informed and stay prepared.
Breaking news. Job opportunities opening overseas just for you. If you're searching for a job, this is your opportunity. A grand job opportunity to work overseas. This job fair will be held at the Parish Hall. It's the Epicurean Job Fair, August 25, 26, and 27. Come find out how your skills and experience could land you a job of a lifetime. Full-time positions now open for packers of meat, produce, groceries, specialties, warehouse, frozen foods, dairy, sales service clerks, cashiers, bag carriers, bakers, kitchen assistants, cooks. You can do it. You've got it. The potential candidate must walk along with your police record, an up-to-date curriculum vitae, and a passport or birth certificate. Don't miss this Epicurean Job Fair. Job opportunities, Goodwill Parish Hall, August 25, 26, and 27. Come and join our diverse team and take the first steps towards a rewarding career in Antigua and Barbuda. Don't miss the Epicurean Job Fair.
All right, Dominica, for the next 15 minutes, we're joined by Nola Clark and Lamoy McDonald. So let's say good afternoon to our guest on the line here. Good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon. Thank you for
Good
having us.
afternoon to everyone. Good afternoon to all the listeners.
All right. Can you introduce yourself, please?
My name is Nola Clark, the head of
Good day,
HR
everyone. So I'm
here
Lamoy
at
McDonald, who is the assistant administrator for the Epicurean Fine Foods and Pharmacy located at our Jolly Harbor branch.
All right. So we're here, and I guess everybody's excited about this job fair taking place in Dominica on the 25th, 26th, and 27th. Can you basically expound on the whole matter we're dealing with this afternoon as it relates to the job fair? What is this job fair about coming up in Dominica?
Well, we're seeking potential candidates who want to be part of our diverse team. We are one of the largest supermarkets here in Antigua, and we're looking for persons to fill positions of packer stocker, kitchen assistants, cooks. We believe that expanding our range of persons gives us an opportunity to explore the qualifications that our Caribbean has to offer to blend in with our already diverse group of persons. We we are a family oriented business where we take all employees and make them into our own family. So we have that ethical role to ensure that everyone feels welcome in our group. And therefore, we want to make sure that the Dominican group also know that they are welcome to be part of our team.
Give us an estimated amount of or the number of persons that you want to participate in this exercise in terms of the employment.
Well, what we're looking for a great turnout each day. We're expecting at least 100 persons. We are willing and ready to meet the Dominica group, the Dominica country, and the workers, the potential workers. We expect a good turnout, at least 100 persons. We are beginning at 10 o'clock in the morning and we're going to close off at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And we just want to be there and work. We just want to meet you. We just want to greet you. We just want to interact. So just come on out in your full numbers and so we can interact and have a good time with you on the 25th, 26th, and 27th.
What are the prerequisites in terms of getting that job in Antigua?
Well, experience is one of our top priorities. If you're experiencing the different positions that we offer, even if you are not, we're willing to train. We're we are persons who, even if you're just leaving school and wanting to set a new career in the work field, we are willing and able to train you to give you that opportunity to explore your options.
Now, if you qualified, I need to talk about the traveling arrangements. Although early, if you have selected one person or the other, or a number of persons, will you take care of the flight arrangements, all of that? Yes.
Well, the prerequisites have not been set fully, but we are willing and able to accommodate that, the travels and the accommodations.
What about persons will have questions about housing in Antigua?
Well, we will assist with sourcing housing for you as well, so that part of it will be taken care of as well.
All right, so it's a great opportunity for many Dominicans. What's the age range that you're looking at?
Well, we usually start at age 16, at that point in time, persons are now leaving school and testing the waters of the work world. So we will start at 16, 17, 18 and onwards.
So there's no limit in terms of the age range. I said between say 16 and what? 60?
16
I'm just
until
trying.
you're ready to stop working.
16 until you're ready to stop working. So the
Yeah,
opportunities for everybody then.
everybody.
All right. Anything else that you want to add? We have a lot more questions. Anything that I want to add that I have not asked you just yet?
Well, I'll just wait for the questions and then I can answer accordingly.
Okay. So tell me, when will this, once you're qualified, when will you begin work in Antigua if everything is in place?
If everything is in place, travel arrangements are made, accommodation is set within a week, 2 weeks, depending on how quickly we can get the travel arrangements made. And
How
it's
many,
immediate work employment.
how many supermarkets are we talking about now?
We have 5 supermarkets associated with Pastries Limited, to include our Epicurean Drive branch, which is our main supermarket, the largest supermarket in Antigua. We also have a Jolly Harbor branch, which is a little bit smaller. We have a Perry Bay supermarket, which is also linked to us, Price Chopper, and also Horizon Supplies, which is our wholesale company.
In terms of, I know everybody's asking. No, I'm moving from Dominica to go to Antigua. Is your salaries competitive for as it relates to Dominica and the region?
Yes, yes, of course it is. Yes, of course. We our rates of employment are above our minimum wage, which our minimum wage in Antigua is now set at $11.50. So our work scale is much higher than that.
Dominicans, if you want to ask any question, feel free. It is people are in Antigua, the executive, and I'm sure we'll invite some phone calls. Are you there, caller? Yes.
Yes, Matt, I am. Good afternoon to you, Matt, and to your listeners.
Good afternoon to you. Yes.
And to our friend, our executive friend from Antigua. We have heard you spoken about you have space for other people in Antigua from Dominica, and that is so sad because it says that we're not doing too well in Dominica where jobs are concerned. But I would like to ask one question. What is the, how much do we have to pay for a one-room apartment in Antigua? That's my only question.
Are you the caller? Yeah, sorry. Call. Hello. Did you get a question?
I think he would have asked how much would it cost for a one-room apartment in Antigua.
Yes, that's the question. That's the question.
Okay, well, that's something we would have to explore. That's not an answer we can give at this time because there are persons who offer living arrangements at different costs. So that's something we would have to explore. That's price range may start at as low as $300-400, but that's not something that I can give a compound answer to because different persons have their different prices.
I guess yes, it's maybe competitive as it relates to the rental prices there. So these people have said they will explore, the possibilities of, arranging housing for. Somebody's on the line from Antigua. Good afternoon to you, sir. Yes, sir. Hello.
In the US.
What's that?
Hello? Yes, I say I live between Antigua and the US.
You live between Antigua and the US. Yeah.
Yeah. My son mother used to work at the Epicurean. Epicurean don't pay well. And look at another thing again to start off with. The population in Antigua is bigger than Dominica.
Right.
There are more unemployment in Antigua. Well, I don't say there's more in Antigua than Dominica. But if you have to look at the ratio of the population, you would still say in a way that there is still more unemployment in Antigua than Dominica, although Dominica is bad. But what I say no, you trying to bring people from Dominica to Antigua to work.
Uh-huh.
I know we all in the Caribbean, but don't you believe that there is an issue within Epicurium? Epicurium is one of the most expensive supermarket on the island. So it's basically, to me, my opinion, I could be wrong. It's more kind of like enslavement to me. I would encourage nobody to leave Dominica.
Well, you cannot say that you cannot speak for everybody. So you wanted the opportunity to go work in Antigua, why would you want to discourage people? Because Dominica, we have a serious unemployment issue, and these people are providing the opportunity for persons to go to Antigua. If that's their choice, you can't discourage people from going to Antigua because you may have had a bad experience. But the question I think he's trying to ask is why Dominica? Why Dominica, Nola? Why Dominica? Are you there?
Well, as was mentioned, we are diverse community of persons, and we just want to give everybody the opportunity. So it may not only just be Dominica. We are looking to give the entire Caribbean an opportunity. Dominica might be our first step. We can move on to other Caribbean countries. As much as just to compound on what the caller may have said, yes, we have an persons who can be employed in Antigua. We have given that opportunities as well. Dominica is not the only part. We have done job fairs. We have done job fairs here in Antigua, giving persons opportunity. So we're just opening our boundary to allow for a diverse community within our establishment called Pastries Limited.
So it's not a fact somebody's trying to point out. Is that is can somebody assume there that you can't find the workers in Antigua?
Well, that's a big assumption. That's I would not say that is an issue. As I mentioned before, we're trying to expound our boundaries. We're all Caribbean persons. We're all part of the OECS, and we're just allowing for persons to have an opportunity to be employed, because there's some persons even in our workforce now, they're persons from all over the Caribbean. We have employed persons from St. Vincent. We have employed persons from Guyana. We have employed persons from Dominica as well. So this gives other persons within the region an opportunity to be one of the potential candidates to be employed within our service. We do not just say because we're an Antiguan state, we're going to just close it off and give all the opportunities to Antigua. What about other persons who may want to quali- who are qualified and may want to have that environment of diversity, an area to work in? I know persons leave all over the world to come to Antigua to work. So what difference is it that we are making the opportunity for that to happen by encouraging persons, showing persons our workspace, introducing ourselves to persons around the Caribbean? We just want to make sure that we make every opportunity fair and true to everyone in the Caribbean.
What's the do you need a work permit at this time to get to work in Antigua?
As a OECS national, no, you do not. We have OECS persons have free movements. So they are okay to work in our nation once your country is part of the OECS.
What somebody's asking again? What is the minimum wage in Antigua this
The
time?
minimum wage in Antigua at this time is $11.50.
Is there a probationary period for these workers?
Probationary period is set at our labor laws of 90 days or 3 months, which is interchangeable. 3 months, 90 days.
All right, let's see if we can take a few voice notes here. Good afternoon.
Matt,
Yeah.
good afternoon to you, Matt. I'm listening to you and the young ladies, I should say, read the job fair. Antigua looking for people in Dominica, and a lot of jobs. being offered to Dominicans. I
Mhm.
don't know, Matt. Why am I suspicious?
About?
I'm suspicious, Matt. It's just me. Like, I'm really suspicious about this entire move. I think it's a great thing, but hey, we know the prime ministers are good friends, right? And Matt, I just listen. The mere fact that Roosevelt's carrot is always on his chessboard, and I think he and the prime minister of Antigua are of like minds. A bro helping out another bro. I don't know, Matt. I am suspicious about this. I'm just saying, I'm just putting it out there. I might be wrong, but I'm suspicious about this.
All right, caller, thank you very much. On the telephone, somebody's asking you, Miss Nola Clark, to repeat some of the numbers or the numbers to call. Can they call right now? They want to find out a little more information. Nola.
Oh, yes, they can call our office directly, 1268 484 5400. That's our main line. Or they can call directly to the HR department, which is 1268 484 5410. If you want to speak to someone in our other companies like Perry Bay Supermarket,
Can you say the numbers a little slower there so we can get a chance to pick up a pen or pencil to write it down? So
not a
just repeat the
problem.
numbers,
Not
please.
a
Go ahead
problem at
now.
all.
Yeah, okay,
So
yeah.
it's 1268 484 5400, which is our main line. If you want to be transferred directly to the HR department, it is 1268 484 5410.
All right, let's take a few more phone calls. Hello, Talk. We have to, of course, wrap up in a little while there. Hello, Talk to me, 449-3095. We have, of course, persons, the executive members of these big supermarkets in Antigua offering some jobs. Hello, Talk to me on the telephone. Are you there?
Well, Matt, I just got the response to my question because my question was, are there any jobs that people who are qualified in plumbing and so on available? It doesn't sound like it, because I know.
Well, but we're not talking about plumbing right now. They're offering jobs in. I think you're going off tangent. They're offering jobs in supermarkets. That's where I think they're targeting. So no jobs for now. As I feel it, this is not a company offering jobs in plumbing or carpentry. It's just supermarkets. Okay, let's get that clear. Hello, talk to me. Yes.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you. Yes.
Yes, it is good for Dominican to work in Antigua because people who worked in Antigua and worked in Dominica years ago and it was well treated. But the house in Antigua was $800 go down and they'd be well treated in Antigua. Antigua and Dominican work for them. Dominican work very good. That's all.
All right, thank you. So this caller is basically saying we have a good reputation in Antigua. They're not surprised that Dominicans would be encouraged to go to Antigua to work. And you would agree, I mean, as a human resource person, the management, you would agree that we have a good reputation in Antigua, Nola?
I do agree.
All right, hence your reason or decision to recruit many workers out of Dominica this time. You say you're looking for 100, huh?
Well, it's 3 days. We're looking for at least 100 per day. Yes, 100 persons a day. So yes, 300 within our time there from the 25th to the 27th. If we get more, we welcome more.
Okay, as mentioned, accommodation will be provided. Will accommodation, this is question there, it's just a question, be free for a period of time, or do the participants have to organize their own accommodations? Question.
Well, we will assist with the accommodating of persons. As you know, persons would have to go through the general probationary period and all that. And so we will assist with that during that time.
During the probationary period. Okay. That makes sense. Hello, let's take a voice note here for 493095996 and 97. Let's take this voice note. Yeah. Hello.
But can she give some more details about the name of the business? How many years have they been in existence? Is it a new business, or what's the address? What's the phone?
All right. So she want more information about your experience at the supermarket. How long you guys have been established?
We have been established. We have been established since 1995 at our old location, which would have been Wood Center. We moved to our new location, which is Fries Hill, Epicurean Drive, in 2010. So this location that I'm currently employed at, which is our Epicurean Drive branch, has been in existence from since 2010.
All right. Another voice note. Yes.
Good afternoon, Miss Nola or Lola. Please let Dominicans vote before they travel to Antigua.
That's not a political decision. They're not into politics. They're talking about do your move have anything in politics now? Do you? That's
No, we're not politically oriented.
that's the point. Yeah. Everything about Dominic is politics. Hello, talk to me on the telephone. Are you there? Yes. Yes.
Blessings to you, Mr. President. Blessings.
Blessings to you. Yes.
Yeah, blessings, Empress. Not just a quick comment. While I want to commend the lady, commend Antigua, but Matt, Antigua, I do not know Antigua to be an industrious country, like where they have several factories manufacturing so many different things. Look at in the sector in which they want Dominicans. It is commendable because at least they can employ foreigners and making it public. We need people from Dominican countries elsewhere can. Eventually, they might request workers from elsewhere. But Matt, what Antigua have on Dominica when it comes to potential, Matt? So you could see, Matt, what's happening in Dominica.
Hold on, Blessings. Would you agree that we have an employment problem in Dominica, unemployment problem in Dominica, that we don't have work for young people in Dominica? Would you agree?
That is what I am telling you, Matt. You're not listening to me. We have to commend Antigua because Antigua haven't got our potential, and look at the capacity asking for workers from Dominica and maybe other places in the region based on the availability of employment. Look at Dominica, Matt, with our potential. It is sickening, embarrassing, and sad. I want to give thanks to the lady at least requesting employees from Dominica because we're really in a bad shape, ma'am. Thank you.
All right, somebody's saying, but seriously, Dominica's not easy now. All you don't have work in Dominica. Antigua offering all your work and probably a better lifestyle, and now all you're asking why Dominica? 4493095. We're gonna come back, Dominica, to close it up with our friends there from Antigua and Barbuda. Stick around, Dominica. After this, we'll of course conclude the conversation.
The hurricane season is upon us. Q95 FM Radio, your lifeline during the hurricane season. Stay informed and stay prepared.
Breaking news. Job opportunities opening overseas just for you. If you're searching for a job, this is your opportunity. A grand job opportunity to work overseas. This job fair will be held at the Parish Hall. It's the Epicurean Job Fair, August 25, 26, and 27. Come find out how your skills and experience could land you a job of a lifetime. Full-time positions now open for packers of meat, produce, groceries, specialties, warehouse, frozen foods, dairy, sales service clerks, cashiers, bag carriers, bakers, kitchen assistants, cooks. You can do it. You've got it. The potential candidate must walk along with your police record, an up-to-date curriculum vitae, and a passport or birth certificate. Don't miss this Epicurean Job Fair. Job opportunities, Goodwill Parish Hall, August 25, 26, and 27. Come and join our diverse team and take the first steps towards a rewarding career in Antigua and Barbuda. Don't miss the Epicurean Job Fair.
All right, Dominica, we still have Nola Clark and Eartha Charles and Lamoy McDonald on the lines there. But let's take a voice note and we're going to wrap it up in a minute, huh?
Good afternoon, Matt.
Good afternoon to you.
I agree with the lady because I was thinking the same thing. Please let Dominicans vote, because the majority of Dominicans that would go is people that not working in Dominica and don't really bother about who win and who don't win. Let Dominicans vote, please. Yes, we know everything is politics in Dominica, but be wise.
But
Let Dominicans vote first.
do you know when the elections will be in Dominica? Do you know? I don't know. 449-3095 96 and 97. Hello, talk to me. Yes. So before we wrap up here, I want you to repeat what we have repeated there or what we have said from the very beginning in terms of the job opportunities available in Antigua. You will be here from the 25th, 26th, and 27th, Nola.
Yes, we
And
will.
you have representatives speaking to the people who have. So you have to apply first. Are there application forms, or when you get there?
When you get there, we will give you the application forms. You just walk with your resume, your passport or birth certificate, your police record, and we will do the rest.
All right. So somebody's again commenting that the unemployment rate among young people in Dominica is around 35 to 40%. If opportunities are not made at home, the young people have to seek the opportunities. And of course, the supermarket must also engage us to supply fresh produce. So would you consider that your restaurant or your supermarket to engage us in Dominica, especially the farmers, to buy the fresh produce that you may need in your restaurant, in your supermarket?
Yes, we do import some vegetables from Dominica as well. Even here, our banana person is a Dominican as well. So, as I said, we are a diverse community within our establishment. We have persons from all around the world. We have employees all the way from Syria. We have persons from the US. We have persons who work here from even the larger Caribbean country, Jamaica, Cuba, Hispaniola. We are a diverse community within Pastries Limited.
Yeah, I want to say thank you, and we'll be talking to you very soon. I think we have to talk to you about on two more occasions. So we'll talk to you sometime when you decide, when you'll be available. We'll talk to you again, and you can provide all the information that you need to provide when we talk to you again. Okay? But we're looking forward to seeing you in Dominica. When you get here, 25th, 26th, and the 27th, right?
Yes, thank you. Thank
All
you
right. It was a
very
pleasure. It was a pleasure. Thank you very much. Thank you.
much.
Thank you. Let's do this.
Opportunities opening overseas just for you. If you're searching for a job, this is your opportunity. A grand job opportunity to work overseas. This job fair will be held at the parish hall. It's the Epicurean Job Fair, July 26th and 27th. Come find out to land you a job of a lifetime. Full-time positions now open for packers of meat, produce, groceries, specialties, warehouse, frozen foods, dairy, sales service clerks, cashiers, bag carriers, bakers, kitchen assistants, cooks. You can do it. You've got it. The potential candidate must walk along with your police record, an up-to-date curriculum vitae, and a passport or birth certificate. Don't miss this Epicurean Job Fair. Job opportunities, Goodwill Parish Hall, August 25, 26, and 27. Come and join our diverse team and take the first steps towards a rewarding career in Antigua and Barbuda. Don't miss the Epicurean Job Fair.
Somebody asked him at job opportunities, and are you talking about votes? Shame on all you. Let the young people decide their future without the adult interference. On that note, we go back to a subject we had earlier that we should be very concerned about. We spoke to Mr. Hilary Shillingford, and this morning he exposed what we may describe as very troubling information that the Prime Minister needs to give some attention. Of course, the Minister of Finance and the likes. Let's pay attention to the information provided this morning.
appeal to Dominicans for the sake of Dominica and the future of our youth, man, to ensure that they do everything. Those that went to school, those with their degrees, those are the so-called educated ones and those educated ones, man. I'm making a plea to them, man. There's a lot of things happening, but Dominica is getting the short end of the stick from this government, man. But I've reported in the past on offshore banking, passport sale racketing, man, diplomatic passport racketing, man, and those kind of things. I want Dominicans to take their pen, because that one is going to make big news in the US. That one is going to make big news everywhere. Where you have people getting arrested soon, man. I don't know how soon. Because you know the Americans, when they're dealing with you, they want to cast the net, man. Man, take note of that name. St. George Bank Limited.
Okay.
And St. George Insurance Limited, man. Have you heard those two names?
I'm hearing, I'm taking note.
Man, these are two banks that were incorporated on an address, Douglas Bay, man. Douglas Bay is a public servant in Dominica, man. A notorious one. Okay? Man, the operating address of a bank and an insurance license in Dominica. Man, listen to me well, you know. Is Intercontinental. Man, you know what is Intercontinental, man? In Cabrit.
Yeah. The hotel.
That's a hotel, man. So these two institutions, and they were recently incorporated. These two institutions bear the address, the operating address, as a hotel.
Okay.
Intercontinental, man. And I want to ask a question. That I try to contact somebody in Dominica to see where we can go with that, if they can just address that immediately to prevent us from getting more scrutiny and to affect Dominicans less. We're crying out our visa restriction, man. It's going to get worse, man. Because that is not that subject at the Pentacon, man, at this time as we speak. But I want to ask the Prime Minister, the Acting Director of Finance of FSU, man, the Minister of Finance, my friend, Irvin McIntyre, as I said, the Prime Minister himself, and my country girl, the Financial Secretary, Dennis Edwards. I want to ask every one of them, man, a simple question. What do they know about this entity? What do they know about that hotel and insurance, man, operating there, man? But it is going to smell. It is going to affect every single Dominican. But the Americans are going to come hard on us, man. We'll be blacklisted again, man. We already, everything black is about us, man. You listening to me, man?
I'm right here.
What do they know about these two entities, man? Man, it is a serious, serious situation going on now. You hear me, man?
I'm here.
Man, we saw what happened with First Domestic in Dominica. Dominican business people and Dominicans lost all their money, everything they lost. And to have an administration, because of under-table financing, to accept to give insurance to operate fraudulently, man, under the table, some address at a hotel, man, is another blow for Dominica, man. Man, I also would like to ask the Director of FSU, man, the Minister of Finance, the Prime Minister, the Financial Secretary, what do they know about Remy Bank, man? And Remy Bank is the subject of an investigation within the U.S. authorities, man, at this time as we speak. But Remy Bank was taken off the website. You hear me, man?
I'm right here.
And the owner of the director of Remy Bank gave the director of FSU, the ministers and whoever, direct instruction. You have 12 hours in which to reinstate my bank, or I will expose every bit of what happened in that Remy Bank transaction, man. But there's a letter surfacing in the US. We will have that letter here soon, man. A letter was written to them, And they are going to be answering questions, man. The amount of money which was sent, in one case, 150,000 US, was sent directly to public servants' account, man. Have you heard me, man?
I'm right here listening.
Another 600,000 US, man. And several other amounts were paid to third parties, man. But when you hear public servants saying, I need that amount because the big man has to get that, the minister has to get that, and now there is a screenshot of text which will be going around, man, pretty soon. And it is a dangerous situation. But it appears that the Prime Minister hands are tied. But I don't know the relationship between the acting FSU director and the Prime Minister and the Minister. And I don't know what is happening, man. There's a serious situation going on. This whole entity needs to be investigated, man. Man, we will be giving figures, we'll be giving account numbers, and I'm just asking them to own up and deal with that mess before it gets messier, man. Because we'll be giving amounts, whose address they went to in Miami, what the account number, and we'll be giving details of the amount. And Matt, if you want that within a week, we can get it from the US. And I can report to you on every one of them. To give company names, man. If Roosevelt Skerrit cannot deal with it, what is happening at the FSU at this time? Matt, FIU have written, the bank, sorry, have written to FIU. And FIU like lame ducks, man. But the politicians know what's happening, and the politicians cannot stop it because they are implicated, man. But when Dominicans talking about the ones, oh, America, the visa this and the visa that, and they're doing nothing to ask the government questions, man. But that is a sad situation. Because of a few pennies here and there, man, they're allowing our country to go down the gutter. And in a subsequent address, man, I will give you details. I'll give you address. I'll give you company names, amounts and where they went to, man. Man, Blood Bank telling FIU, public servants taking loans of $900,000, man.
What? How much?
$900,000 and using $200,000 out of that $900,000 and owning $7 million property. Man, if the Prime Minister, if the Minister of Finance cannot deal with that, that tells something. Don't you think so?
Of course. And I'm also hearing to Mr. Hillary about some. You know this guy, the name Alex Saab. He was in a Venezuelan jail. Was shipped out to Miami to for a big case there. His mother is coming up on November 16th, and there's some implication in that one. Yes.
But he was the subject of a prisoner swap.
Yep.
And Roosevelt Skerrit know that. The Minister of Finance know that. And they gave that man 2 offshore bank license. That something is not right. But if you know, a man was the subject of a prisoner swap with Maduro. Maduro asked, demanded that the Americans let go this guy in exchange for some American prisoners. You know that, right?
Yes, I know that.
And if you know that, and you are the Prime Minister of a country, deciding to still give that man 2 licenses to operate in your country, in the face of America, means you have no regard for your citizens of your country. You know what I'm saying, man? This guy doesn't care about Dominicans. He has this French passport. You hear me, man?
I'm hearing you.
He has this French passport. What the hell he care about Dominicans? He doesn't care. He has no regard for Dominicans. They just get claimed by Prime Minister. But the Prime Minister will tell us why. Some people who have no real experience keep traveling with him all around the world. Man, what is the reason? What is so my startup? The diplomatic passport for sale, Dominica, Why you need it? Dominicans must look at my status. It's coming again, Matt. Okay? So, Matt, I want to tell Dominicans, be willing. Those that have influence, but speak to Roosevelt Kerry. Ask him to straighten up things in Dominica. He has a lot of things down to see if he can take things back to normality, Matt. Matt, he must decide whether he has authority, whether he or his PS or his minister or his financial secretary has any control over public servants. I used to hear about FSU guys that used to do things. And I can well believe he may be doing a lot of things too. I wasn't following it yet. But I can tell you this one now, you have to be very careful. Dominica is heading down a slippery road, man. And Dominicans, if you want to hear public servants being millionaire in Dominica, like I told you before, one public servant, a particular public servant, is over $2 million. It in a matter of 6 months. And Matt is send that in that account, send that in that crypto wallet, exchange it for you. Those kind of crimes. The Americans follow all the crypto wallets, man.
Well, I'll tell you what. We'll continue with that matter sometime at the 1 o'clock hour. But we have a stop right now, Mr. Hillary. And if I have to, I'll call you back. There's some interesting details that you revealing this morning. Let's continue. Again, thank you very much, Hillary Schillenfeld. On the line with me because I want to. There was some connection and some a name mentioned, Mr. Alex Saab Moran there, and I'm talking to Kenneth Rejak. Kenneth, how serious is this name there in terms of I know he has to appear in a court later this year as it relates to allegations of money laundering in both Antigua and Dominica. Can you speak to that for me quickly, please?
Yes, of course, Matt. Well, first of all, for those people who aren't familiar with him, Alex Saab Moran is probably the biggest money launderer in Latin America. He's a Colombian, and frankly, he worked directly for President Nicolas Maduro and his narcotics trafficking crew. And for those people that remember, Alex Saab Moran was at one time the owner of an offshore bank in Dominica. And he then added to his booty 2 offshore banks in Antigua, made a friendship with the Prime Minister of Antigua, Gaston Brown, who named him a diplomat, an economic envoy from Antigua. Meanwhile, at the same time, what Mr. Saab Moran was doing was he was laundering drug profits for his Venezuelan clients through local banks in Antigua. He was using his offshore banks in the 2 countries and then moving the money through local, what we call indigenous banks, one of which was owned by the government of Antigua, so the money could go to Panama, Dominica, around the world, back and forth, all the usual places that money goes to be cleaned, to hide, to come back in as investment capital. So the issue here is that we're noticing that the Prime Minister of Antigua has been very erratic lately, very agitated. He's been yelling at the judiciary. He's been yelling at his cabinet. And the only answer that we can derive is that since in the middle of November, there's going to be a fast trial of Alex Saab Moran. And Alex Saab Moran has a history of cooperating with U.S. law enforcement. He'll probably not want to go to jail for the rest of his natural life, and he'll probably cooperate and give up certain people that he was involved in money laundering with, which is probably the reason why Prime Minister Brown is so upset, because fingers are going to be pointed at people in and out of the government in Antigua, and we don't know how much farther the reach will extend. And of course, as you know, when somebody is located outside the United States, if they're indicted, the indictment is sealed. And they only find out about it when they happen to go travel somewhere internationally and they get picked up by Interpol or by U.S. law enforcement and then brought back to the United States. Remember what happened to Nicolas Maduro. He was actually, I guess the term is shanghaied. He was actually taken into custody by American Special Operations Forces and physically brought to New York to stand trial on cases which will, of course, put him into prison for the rest of his days. So what's happening here is that everybody wants to know, well, who's going to be charged in the future? Who in Antigua? Who in Dominica? Who elsewhere? Because our friend, Mr. Nicolas Maduro, he doesn't want to go to jail for the rest of his life, nor does his wife, who's also a defendant. And we know that our friend, Mr. Alex Saab Moran, won't want to go to jail forever either. So who else is going to get named? And then who will they name to try to save their soul? So it's going to be a really interesting fall in the Caribbean as everybody looks to see who will be charged, who will escape. Will some people get immunity to testify against their brothers, or will they all go down? So it's going to be September and October are going to be two very interesting months in the Caribbean.
So it's like a ticking time bomb. You don't know who will fall.
Exactly. And remember, for those people who are so arrogant and who think that the U.S. will never indict anybody who's a sitting government official, they sent the head of Panama to prison for 20 years. They sent the prime minister of the Turks and Caicos to jail for several years. The U.S. is not above doing it. And remember, for all those other lawyers out there who say, well, they're the head of state and they're immune, there are questions about whether or not any of the 5 Eastern Caribbean prime ministers, including Dominica, including Antigua, are legally sitting in their position as head of state because of all of the bribery and voting fraud which took place in their last elections. So if, as you know, the U.S. is trying Maduro because they know he cheated in the last election and he lost and he stayed in office. What do you think they're going to do if they decide to go after Gaston Brown or Roosevelt Skerritt? They'll use the same theory. They cheated. They shouldn't be in office. Therefore, they have no immunity. Go to jail. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. Go to jail, and I'm sure you know who their associates would be. If you go to jail for a huge period of time, you don't just go to a jail. You go to a penitentiary in the United States, a real prison, and everybody in there are hardcore drug traffickers. I'm sure that Mr. Skerritt and Mr. Brown would not like to be in that company. Mr.
Kenneth Rijok, you have to watch that one closely there. It's coming up in November 15th, when Mr. Alex Saab Moran will be tried in the court of law. He was deported from Venezuela, or extradited from Venezuela to be tried in the U.S. Somebody says the whole head is sick and seems to have lost control of the country's affairs due to its moral guidance. Whatever is not the country's damn business seems to be the international business. On the telephone, hello, talk to me, yes.
Not that lose hope until I hear Mr. Gregor Nassif's voice. I come back, I lose a little bit of hope again until I heard Hillary voice. But do you know what organization Hillary belongs to, Matt?
I don't know. Does he belong to an organization? I don't think so.
The farmers organization. But let me give thanks to Hillary. I want to tell Hillary, do not take anything for granted. Do not be paranoid, but just be sharp enough, my beloved brother. I want you to be as safe as possible, because I think we lost a great investigative journalist to a certain extent. And I listening to you this morning there, and look, Matt, replay it again. And I'm saying, I gain a little bit of hope because Matt, even what's his name there? Kenneth Fridjock mentioned him, Manuel Noriega. Wasn't he a sitting president, Matt?
He was, yes.
When they go, they blast him from a church with all kind of punk rock music. The church he run there for refuge. The church could not take it again. They tell him, sorry, he'll have to go outside. And the U.S. nab him and take him to the U.S. Not I cannot, not I praying, Matt, not literally, physically, verbally, praying for them to come from a zero in Venezuela, a little community in Mount Daniel, a little community by itself. They call it Venezuela. People cannot go there. Ask Daniel Gay about there. Maybe Lennox know about that too. So, Matt, that level of, last night I was telling Mr. G, and even you, I alluded to it this morning, nepotism. Matt, you have your friends and your family and people close to you, and you raise them up high, but Matt, they haven't got pillars. So for them not to go back long, and the pillars are the ordinary people that haven't got disposable income to at least contribute to the businesses, so they have to get involved in money laundering, drug trafficking, human trafficking. Last night and this morning I said it. So when I heard Hillary, I said it's very interesting, Could it be that some of the people have to get in the deals from whoever? I don't think it's scary. If it's the, I don't know. But there is an obligation for them to get their hands dirty, Matt, because to maintain the core, you remember Martin Skerrit saying, St. Joe, those who get in the cheese, the butter and the milk and everything from the cow, they have to maintain the cow, Matt.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I am wondering if some of them that may be implicated based on what they have they may have received for a startup, and they realize for me to stay up there, I have to get with boys. I pray that God guide and protect you, and I hope that you can get more information to bring across to us, and I can wait for the FBI, the CIA, Interpol, or whoever it is, Scotland Yard, MI5, MI6, to put a stop. Maybe that is why Thompson is so quiet, Matt. Nothing Thompson know what I don't know, Matt.
When you see him, ask him.
Anyway, man, thanks for your time.
Thank you very much. 449-3095-9697. We're going to take more phone calls, and we'll, of course, we have another stop coming up there with the UPP. Hello, talk to me on the telephone. Are you there, yes?
Yes, my boy. Hot Kako. Mad boy, I want to thank you because you see, he's a man. But I don't know now the information from P95 is for the less fortunate. But the fortunate in itself doesn't teach anything. So I saw in it now. Mr. Skerrit, the Cabuinan have been calling you all the time. You said that you're going to put everything together and come to Matt. Mr. Skerrit, you are telling the whole country, the whole world, that go to hell is none of your business. That's where you're getting your damn money from. You said to free you up, the country free. You said that you should not use LPO, you want to use cash. Mr. Skerrit, there's a serious allegation today from Mr. Hillary and Ridjock. Mr. Blackmore, I am calling on you. Before the heat gets hotter, because you don't like that one and you don't like this one and you don't like pasta and you don't like ballhead. But this is a serious matter as national security in Dominica. Why Mr. Hillary have to expose what is going on the table, offshore banking, in Dominica? And it's alleged that a businessman was caught for some money laundering. Yes, we hear a little thing, but it's already done in the river mouth already. Mr. Skerrit, this one, I am calling on you. Mr. Skerrit, Popon, take out all your clothes. Can Skerrit see your beauty?
Bro, let's not get there. Okay, caller, thank you very much. Unconfirmed reports indicate that a serious local investor may have been caught by ICE in Miami. Have to investigate further and bring you more details once it becomes necessary. It's a few days ago, I think it was Sunday. It's unconfirmed. I'll try to confirm. Hello, talk to me on the telephone, yes? 10,000 Frenchmen can be wrong. I find too many issues and too often. Something has to be going on. That math is not mathing. Dominica, Another person from the diaspora adds, you guys are in some serious mess, my friend. That guy is the architect of much of it, especially offshore banks and the likes, including insurance schemes, registration of bogus companies, etc. I can only say so much, my friend. Hello, talk to me on the telephone. It's 2:04 in the afternoon, yes?
I would like to ask, this is that same moron that was in Dominica building, and then you don't say anything to that.
And I don't think that one was in jail in Venezuela during that crisis. Hello, talk to me, yes?
Matt, I'm going to be brief. I'm glad you bring UPP there because I put a pump on me. I ready for Joshua. Is that there? Matt, let me say something. Matt, couldn't be that Skerrit is having so much of an attractive deal. Why everybody's getting their hands soiled? He may have decided that I'm not going down alone, and all of them jump in and think it's a bomb seawater that there, and it will be a drag net to drag all of them backside to jail. But I'll be glad to buy Skerrit. Skerrit, give them deal, get them involved. If that is the case, my brother, call all of them and put them in some business, in government business. And it's in like every government business, not the MMCE. And you hear what Gregor Nassib discovered pertaining to do with corruption money in those main, how they call them, infrastructural work, Matt?
Yep.
So, Matt, it seems like Dominica is successful. So, Skerrit, drag them, I don't want your money, boss. And UPP are waiting for you now. Josh, blessings.
All right, thank you very much.
The hurricane season is upon us. Check on your neighbors, especially the elderly and those with disabilities. We're stronger together, so lend a helping hand when you can.
Your share of $50,000 in prizes with over 390 chances to win. Enjoy daily and weekly rewards, including scholarship packages, tablet bundle, handset bundle, power bundle, and so much more. Want to qualify? It's easy. Simply pay your bill in full and on time. Activate any 3G plan or higher. Bundle your postpaid plan with DigiDuo or sign up for Digicel Home Internet. The more you activate, the more chances you have to win. Visit your nearest Digicel store or speak to a Digicel representative today. Terms and conditions apply. Connect, pay, win.
For the summer is digital only way in the summer mood.
Ladies and gentlemen, get ready for another amazing cultural experience hosted by Madame Wapduyet Canada Inc. It's the absolute ultimate cultural celebration. the Madams of Madams and the Shin Madame Walk Cultural Show. Let the culture live. Mark your calendars for Sunday, September the 20th, 2026. The excitement kicks off at 2 p.m. Eastern Time at the beautiful St. Peter and Paul Banquet Hall, located at 231 Milner Avenue, right at Markham Road and the 401 in Toronto. For tickets and more information, call your cultural connection right now. Contact Lorraine at 905-683-6806. Vanessa at 780-691-5795. Lenora at 647-262-9944 or Nadell at 647-291-5282. Come, celebrate the heritage, feel the rhythm, and witness the elegance. See you there.
If your home and business is in a mess, you need a cleaning agent that knows you can. It's the cleanest effect, deodorize you sanitize. Long-lasting fragrance refreshes your entire home. You're thinking of cleaning chrome and porcelain, polyester and thin steel. Cleaning agent that keeps it real and effective. Clean with the best. Not forgetting your clothes, sheets and all fabrics. The fabric softener has the extreme power. Ironing easier and faster. Clean, clean with the best. Clean and then back. Rough and wall. Clean with the best. Long last kitchen time and copy that. The Clean Tender and that distributed by Fine Foods and sold island-wide.
Get ready to win your share of $50,000 in prizes with over 390 chances to win. Enjoy daily and weekly rewards, including scholarship packages, tablet bundle, handset bundle, power bundle, and so much more. Want to qualify? It's easy. Simply pay your bill in full and on time. Activate any 3G plan or higher. Bundle your postpaid plan with DigiDuo or sign up for Digicel Home Internet. The more you activate, the more chances you have to win. Visit your nearest Digicel store or speak to a Digicel representative today. Terms and conditions apply. Connect, pay, win.
What is summer is digital anyway. It's a summer mood.
Ladies and gentlemen, get ready for another amazing cultural experience hosted by Madame Wapduyet Canada Inc. It's the absolute ultimate cultural celebration. The Madams of Madams and the Shin Madame Walk Cultural Show. Let the culture live. Mark your calendars for Sunday, September the 20th, 2026. The excitement kicks off at 2 p.m. Eastern Time at the beautiful St. Peter and Paul Banquet Hall, located at 231 Milner Avenue, right at Markham Road and the 401 in Toronto. For tickets and more information, call your cultural connection right now. Contact Lorraine at 905-683-6806. Vanessa at 780-691-5795. Lenora at 647-262-9944 or Nadell at 647-291-5282. Come, celebrate the heritage, feel the rhythm, and witness the elegance. See you there.
If your home and business is in a mess, you need a cleaning agent that knows you can. It's the cleanest effect, deodorize you sanitize. Long-lasting fragrance refreshes your entire home. You're thinking of cleaning chrome and porcelain, polyester and thin steel. Agent that keeps it real and effective. Clean with the best. Not forgetting your clothes, sheets and all fabrics. The fabric softener has the extreme power. Ironing easier and faster. Clean, clean with the best. This is clean and there and back. And wall, kitchen tiles and cabinets. The clean and there and back. Distributed by Fine Folks and sold island-wide.
I wanna drink Dominica, that's rum with you. I wanna drink, baby, Dominica, that's rum with you. Get the body, drink it every day. Give me energy, no right pepper way. Get the body, drink it every day. Give me energy. Time today, anyway. Okay, my body, my baby, who's ready, full energy. My body, my baby, who's ready, full energy. Okay, boom. Distributed by Belfast Estate Limited. Drink it, but don't abuse it. Okay, boom.
It's happening this Friday. Roseau South, specifically Girodel. Edlin Harris, the UPP Roseau South constituency representative, invites all. Friday, it is Friday. The UPP candidate for the Roseau South constituency, Edlin Harris, will be hosting a meet and greet in Girodel outside Tex Hill Bar. Remember, it starts at 6 p.m. on Friday the 21st. It's Friday. Calling out the entire Roseau South constituency. That includes you. Come. Meet and greet Edlin Harris, the UPP Roseau South constituency representative. Miss Edlin Harris, your UPP representative for the Roseau South constituency. Come meet her on Friday.
If the candles, burning. One of the first ever national broadcasters from the Commonwealth of Dominica, a Catholic servant of sound faith, spiritual maturity and integrity, a statesman, a master orator, a businessman, Alvin Knight. Alvin Knight will be our special guest on Creole Press 65 edition as Creole Habit features Deacon Alvin Knight this Friday, August 21st on Q95 FM from 10:50 a.m. Alvin Knight, the first ever Dominican elected to the JCI West Indies Board in 1983, a national broadcaster by excellence, a reputable custom broker and exemplary master of ceremonies. Alvin Knight, this Friday. Host Ambassador Leroy Prince Alex Charles, and will be live on Q95 social media platforms. Alvin Knight on Creole Habit on Friday, August 21st, 10:20 a.m. on the big station Q95 FM, 9 in the morning. Alvin Knight, a model of professionalism, dedication, and brilliance. We just want to say thank you, Mama. Blue Box is turning 5. We're celebrating 5 years growing together with our biggest anniversary event on August 24 and 25th. Join the celebration and win big. Spend $10 or more on August 24th and 25th for a chance to spin and win instant prizes. Grand sweepstakes. Spend $55 or more between now and August 24th to enter our grand raffle. First place, $1,000 Blue Box gift certificate. Second place, 10 by 6 by 6 greenhouse. And third place, 1 bale of Sherbrooke potting mix. Visit Blue Box today in Roseau on the corner of Hanover Street and Drury Lane. Telephone number 235-3483 or in Goodwill on 66 Federation Drive, 235-3480. Terms and conditions apply. Let's bloom together.
Step into a store that's miles ahead. At Issa Trading Limited, every aisle, every showroom, every product is chosen with one goal: to give you world-class quality at unbeatable prices. From our weekly groceries to furniture, AC units, tools, TVs, and stereo systems that powers your lifestyle, Issa Trading Limited is the name you can trust. We don't just sell products, we deliver value that lasts. We are making a difference for you. Issa Trading Limited, where shopping feels like wave.
It's 2:15. We turn our attention to the UPP. Mr. Loftus Jura is our guest for the next 45 minutes. Mr. Jura, good afternoon to you, sir. How are you, sir?
Matthias Pelty Jr., good afternoon to you and your many listeners, those who are here on island and abroad.
How is Loftus?
Loftus Dura is doing very well. There are challenges that abound, but in these circumstances, I'm doing okay.
You're doing okay.
Very well.
How is the UPP?
The United Progressive Party, let me say good afternoon to the membership there, the leadership, the executive team, Joshua Francis and others.
Mm-hmm.
Good afternoon to you guys. We are doing very well in the scheme of things. We are doing very well where the political landscape is concerned.
How much are you helping in terms of getting people confirmed?
Well, we are doing our work. We are playing our part when we go on the ground. That is part of our domain.
Mm-hmm.
We always ask persons, have a discussion with persons first and foremost, and then before the conversation ends, we normally ask them whether they are confirmed or not.
Mm-hmm.
And if they tell us yes, then we tell them good job. If they tell us no or not yet, then we urge them to expedite that process so that they can be part of the political process.
Now, Loftus, you are concentrating, from what I gather, in the Maho constituency. This is a constituency, you know, I've heard, and you've of course spoken about that before, that you'll be participating, you're putting your hands or your heart and every part of your body forward to represent that constituency. How difficult it has been for you on the ground there?
Matt, just before I get to that question, let me just lay the foundation for why
Maho.
Not just why Maho, but why at this time
Mm-hmm.
yours truly chose to put his heart in the ring, as it were, to represent the people's needs in one way, shape, or form. But I've been on the ground for a number of years in Dominica as an activist, speaking for and on behalf of the people of Dominica by and large, helping to create a cleaner, fairer, more transparent political process through, our clarion call, that is, for electoral reform. We have what we have. That is not what the people wished, but at the end of the day, I think we have to work with what we have to get the results that we need. So I am no stranger to the people of Dominica. Matter of fact, when I walk around the length and breadth of this country, before I open my mouth, people recognize the voice. And so I want to thank all the persons who, over the number of years, have listened and still continue to listen, and they're willing to put their trust in yours truly in terms of that representation that the people so need, especially now, as I've decided to put my hat in the ring to represent the people of the Maho constituency and Dominicans by extension.
Have you found it? You said it's your first go at the political competition, if you will, at the election, representing a constituency.
Yes.
How do you find that process?
But I've been working with a number of candidates. I will not name them there, those who, chose to vie for political office before.
Uh-huh.
So the ground game and what goes on the ground in terms of, having persons change their minds in one way or the other,
Okay.
that is not a new thing to me. And so it is just now me stepping up to the plate and having seen and heard enough of promises after promises after promises by the cancerous party of today, that is the Dominica Labour Party, and looking and waiting on other persons to do that kind of representation for the people. And that too was a failure to some extent.
Mm-hmm.
I've decided, something, this month end, I'll be 50.
Okay.
30th of August. And so having lived that life so far, I have decided to not wait on anyone to do it, but put up my hand, gird my loins, tie my waist, and do it with the help or the backing of the people.
You live in the Roseau, if you will, Valley.
I live in Cochrane, yes.
Valley, that's
Yes.
the valley, right?
Yes, the valley.
Okay. So why choose the Maho constituency as it relates to and as compared to the Maho constituency?
But these are two constituencies, the Roseau Valley and the Maho constituency. They are two constituencies very, very dear to my heart.
Okay.
Because, as I said, I have intimate knowledge of the needs of these people as it pertains to their everyday cry.
Okay.
But I had to choose one. And I decided to choose after much back and forth.
Okay.
I decided to go with the Mao constituency because at the end of the day, yours truly was born, raised, bred in the Kinfield community.
Okay.
And so the Mao constituency, we well know, it comprises of 7 hamlets. That is Despo. Despo is a little, sometimes forgotten community.
That's true.
Well-knit community. But I was up there maybe last week. And I spoke to a number of persons there who, again, hearing their needs and whatever it is. And I must say, Despo people, they too have needs. It's a small, neat community, as I said, agricultural base. And these people, they're hardworking people. If you see some of the areas that some of these people have to traverse on a daily basis to make ends meet, you must feel for these people. Then you move across to Campbell.
Okay.
On the ground, we heard of the situation where the Campbell people primarily, they have needs as well. But primarily on their mind is the relocation that the government of the day had promised them a number of years ago in terms of making their lives more safe whenever, as we are now in the hurricane season. And then we move across to
Warner.
Warner is my second home, as it were. I do a lot of business up with people in Warner. I have a little boy in Warner, Nathan Durant. He's always, he's one of them that keeps me going.
Okay.
And he's one of them that I keep fighting for among other children. Because, Matt, I realize the time that yours truly have on this earth, it is limited. The good book says 70, that is 70. So I am way past that. I am closer to the 70 mark, 20 more remaining than where a number of young people are. So it is these people, Matthias Pelte, that yours truly really speak for, really look out for, because I really want my people, the young people that is, to be going through the situation that I went through and we are going through now as a people living under, I'm not saying quasi, it is a dictatorship. It is just that we have not gotten to the stage of persons disappearing as yet. But we are living in a dictatorship. When you go around the length and breadth of the country and you hear the level of victimization, you hear the level of fearfulness that goes on there, then you know for a fact that we are really and truly in a dictatorship.
We're going to come back after this. We're going to take a break.
One of the first ever national broadcasters from the Commonwealth of Dominica, a Catholic servant of sound faith, spiritual maturity and integrity, a statesman, a master orator, a businessman, Alvin Knight. Alvin Knight will be our special guest on Creole First 65 edition as Creole Habit features Deacon Alvin Knight this Friday, August 21st on Q95 FM from 10:50 a.m. Alvin Knight, the first ever Dominican elected to the JCI West Indies Board in 1983, a national broadcaster by excellence, a reputable custom broker and exemplary master of ceremonies. Alvin Knight this Friday. Host Ambassador Leroy Prince Radix Charles, and will be live on Q95 social media platforms. Alvin Knight on Creole Habit on Friday, August 21st, 10:30 a.m. on the big station Q95 FM, 9 in the morning. Alvin Knight, a model of professionalism, dedication, and brilliance. We just want to say thank you, Mama.
If your home and business is in a mess, you need a cleaning agent that knows you test. It's the cleaning effect, deodorize you sanitize. Long-lasting fragrance refreshes your entire home. You're thinking of cleaning chrome and porcelain, polyester and stainless steel. Cleaning agent that keeps it real and that's fact. Clean with the best. Not forgetting your clothes, sheets, and all fabrics. And the fabric softener has the extreme power. Ironing easier and faster. Clean with the best. This is clean and then back. Broken wall. Clean with the best. All the last kitchen tile and cabinet and the bed. and that. Distributed by Fine Foods, sold island-wide.
Ladies and gentlemen, get ready for another amazing cultural experience hosted by Madame Wabduyet Canada Inc. It's the absolute ultimate cultural celebration. The Madams of Madames and the Jeune Madame Wab Cultural Show. Let the culture live. Mark your calendars for Sunday, September the 20th, 2026. The excitement kicks off at 2 p.m. Eastern Time at the beautiful St. Peter and Paul Banquet Hall, located at 231 Milner Avenue, right at Markham Road and the 401 in Toronto. For tickets and more information, call your cultural connection right now. Contact Lorraine at 905-683-6806. Vanessa at 780-691-5795. Lenora at 647-262-9944. or Nadal at 647-291-5282. Come, celebrate the heritage, feel the rhythm, and witness the elegance. See you there.
Breaking news. Job opportunities opening overseas just for you. If you're searching for a job, this is your opportunity. A grand job opportunity to work overseas. This job fair will be held at the Parish Hall. It's the Epicurean Job Fair, August 25, 26, and 27. Come find out how your skills and experience could land you a job of a lifetime. Full-time positions now open for packers of meat, produce, groceries, specialties, warehouse, frozen foods, dairy, sales service clerks, cashiers, bag carriers, bakers, kitchen assistants, cooks. You can do it. You've got it. The potential candidate must walk along with your police record, an up-to-date curriculum vitae, and a passport or birth certificate. Don't miss this Epicurean Job Fair. Job opportunities, Goodwill Parish Hall, August 25, 26, and 27. Come and join our diverse team and take the first steps towards a rewarding career in Antigua and Barbuda. Don't miss the Epicurean Job Fair.
Get ready for winning your share of $50,000 in prizes with over 390 chances to win. Enjoy daily and weekly rewards, including scholarship packages, tablet bundle, handset bundle, power bundle, and so much more. Want to qualify? It's easy. Simply pay your bill in full and on time. Activate any 3G plan or higher. Bundle your postpaid plan with Digi Duo or sign up for Digicel Home Internet. The more you activate, the more chances you have to win. Visit your nearest Digicel store or speak to a Digicel representative today. Terms and conditions apply. Connect, pay, win.
What is summer in digital anyway? Summer mood.
A fresh market. When money don't count and your pocket don't touch you. A fresh market. Come and a white day. We are open 7 days a week with the top of the line products. We're out of stock, supermarket and pharmacy, health and beauty care, fresh produce and meats prepared daily, hot and cold kitchen, ready to go meals, sandwiches, salads, and desserts at your fingertips. Easy access, located on the bayfront, environment friendly, and our staff are approachable and ready to assist. Have you figured out who we are? You got it. Fresh your one stop. That you fresh market, come on, it's a white day. Fresh market.
Let's come back with Mr. Loftus Jura of the UPP, United Progressive Party. Loftus Jura, you're going through the various hamlets. I think we stopped at Warner.
Yeah. We stopped on Warner, and so I was telling you, out of the Mao constituency, there are 7 wonderful little hamlets that comprise that constituency. And so moving from Warner, we have Jimit. Jimit again is a like a well-knit community, lots of persons in that community. Again, when I walk around the length and breadth of that community, the feedback that I get on the ground, there's need for change. And so the Jimit people, they are looking up. They're looking up. Things are looking up there. Then we hop across to Maho. Maho is basically the mecca of the constituency.
Yes? We come from the Labour Party.
Yeah, when I say the mecca, I mean the heart of the constituency, meaning where the pulse is.
It's not the Mecca of the Labour Party, you don't think?
Well, no. If you talk about Grand B and Portsmouth to a small extent, yeah.
Maho itself, Maho.
Mao, no. You have different individuals who cut it for the Labour Party in the Mao constituency. I'll not mention names now, but when you talk about a constituency being the Jardin Patat of Labour Party, no. Kong the Mao constituency out.
And what about Massac?
Massac, again, we are talking about the constituency. The different hamlets that make up the constituency. Obviously, Labour Party have been there for 26 years plus. So there will be support for the party based on the length of days. But what we are getting on the ground, what yours truly have been getting on the ground, there's not that kind of bump. There's not that kind of rush. There's not that anticipation for anything getting better. So the persons are slowly but surely wanting, as I said, something better.
So they want change in its constituency.
Very much so.
Massac Mao, what do you think of walking on the ground that you find a more a bigger support? Mao or Massac for Labour?
But
your own side.
You have me speaking about Labour. I'm here to speak UPP matter.
I agree. I'm saying, but just a quick question.
Well, as I said before, being in government, being incumbent for 26 years plus, knocking 30 years, there will be, I must admit, some support for Labour. But they are on the decline. And that is what I am getting, the feedback, the feeling I'm getting on the ground. And so I'm saying to the Mao, Massac, Kinfield, Warner, Despot, Jimit, and environs, change is here. And no longer should you keep believing false promises that can never and will never come true.
You've been checking your numbers there, Maho, Massac, or as you said, Warner, Jimit. In the previous elections, do you think Labour is getting more support, have been getting more support over the years?
But if you look at the data, if you look at the score sheet, as it were, the political score sheet, we are seeing a decrease in terms of the persons who have entrusted Labour with their vote from then to now. Just look at it; it speaks for itself.
So, what is the story on the ground as to why they want change?
Yeah, but just before I get to that, I was coming down to the hamlets.
Okay.
And so Maho, I was telling you, it is the mecca of where things happen in that constituency. Maho is a sort of family-oriented community where everything and anything, everybody knows everybody. And it's like once you have something going wrong, everybody know everything in Maho. Then you hop across to Massac, an extension of Maho, quote unquote, whereby, again, very well knit. You have the Fisher folks both in Maho and Massac, that forms part of their livelihood. You have persons who are struggling on the ground, persons who are trying to make ends meet. But by and large, there's a strong cultural heritage as well, especially in Maho. Then we hop across now to one of the largest hamlet, if not the largest hamlet, in Kinfield, whereby you have Upper Kinfield, Lower Kinfield, Housing Scheme, Yanda, RBC area. And so all these little hamlets make up what we get on the ground to be a perfect constituency called the Mao constituency, which I am telling you, Matt, based on reports I'm getting from the ground when we walk the ground, change is here. Change is not to come, it is here. And the people of the Mao constituency, they are saying in no uncertain terms that, hey, we are decided now to do what is right and put our X, as it were, put the Tikwa, as it were, in the UPP's corner, so that at the end of the day, true and effective representation can be brought about to meet the people's needs.
Now, somebody's asking me to forward a question or ask you a question there, somebody that you know very well. What was your decision something you've been considering for a long time? Or was it there a particular moment that pushed you towards becoming a candidate?
Matt, from since I was a young boy, injustice is a thing I never liked. Matter of fact, I still frown upon it today. And so wherever yours truly see injustice, I will speak up. And that for sure was one of the defining factors that had me advocating for the needs of Dominicans
Okay.
through various situations. Electoral reform, as I said before, persons were battered by the police, persons' rights were being trampled upon, and you name it.
Mm-hmm.
So yours truly, I've been there, I've been through the thick and thin, and so no one in Dominica can say that in terms of Loftus Dura, that principles does not hold true.
It's not about you're not doing it personally for you, just for you. You're doing it for what?
Matthias Beltier,
what is your political ambition? What's the purpose of you contest?
I am not the richest person in Dominica,
Mhm.
but I'm not the poorest person in Dominica neither. And yours truly could do like everybody else
Mhm.
and just stay in my little cuckoo and decide, well, live my life, go overseas when needs be, just enjoy the life. But no, based on what I've been getting on the ground in terms of the plight of the people, I hate suffering, man. If I'm living well and my neighbors are not living well, I am not living well. I believe in that philosophy in the African context where it says in the Ubuntu philosophy says basically, because of you, I am. I believe in that.
Mhm.
And so I really want everybody in Dominica to come up to a certain level of lifestyle as it pertains to their livelihood. And that has not been, and that is what we at the United Progressive Party is striving very, very hard to do. And it is achievable.
What do you think are some of the biggest issues facing the Mao constituency?
Well, again, Matt, it is not off my head. That is where, as I said before, true and effective representation. You'll hear those terms from me
Mhm.
all along. True and effective representation is hearing from the people firsthand. So as I speak with you, I'm not talking off my head.
So you're having a conversation with people.
Very much so. For example, in the Maho proper,
Mhm.
the people in Maho, especially the fisher folks, they need somewhere to store their fish away. They need some proper storage facility. They have said to us that, hey, when we do our daily catch and we come with the excess, we just have to basically give it away. You understand? In Maho, the healthcare situation is not the best. I spoke to a young lady last week on the ground, and she gave me a very chilling experience that she had where she lost a child.
Uh-huh.
And it's because of the poor healthcare that persists in Dominica, and that basically is evident in the Mao constituency. As well, the elderly. We have this elderly program, but they are not being cared for properly. The young people, the sporting facilities, the underemployed. Matt, you have people in Dominica who are employed, but before the 20th of the month reach, the bills that they have occurred for the past 20-something days, the money that they get in the hand it has already been up in air. So that and more, we are saying we cannot continue on that trajectory.
Let's take a phone call. Are you the caller? Yes. Yes. Hello.
To be one of the potential candidates to be employed within our service. We do not just say because we're an Antiguan state, we're going to.
The Democratic leadership is in many ways.
I suspect you're calling the Observer radio station. you have a cross thread there. Somebody's asking a question to somebody in Antigua, but she may have called me by mistake. 449-3095, 449-3096. We have Loftus Dura from the UPP with us this afternoon. Lofty, and again, another question. If you, for example, quote unquote, just by chance you are elected to serve the Mao people, what would be the first issue you would bring to Parliament on their behalf?
Matt, again, when I represent people, I'm representing them to the full extent of my ability. And so it's whatever yours truly have been hearing on the ground in terms of their plight. That is what yours truly will be taking on board and presenting a claim in the highest body of the land, the highest place in the land called Parliament, so that the people's lives can be made better. What we're doing now, we are putting together, documenting, as it were, those plights, their issues, and yes, in time, that will be given the spotlight.
You have, of course, said earlier that Labour Party has been, running this constituency for 26, 27 years.
Mhm.
This is one of the, you may not want to accept it, but this is one of the chanda patat of the Labour Party. We've had Reuben Blackmon, we have Mr. Kasani Laville. Is it an upward task to defeat the Labour Party then?
But I believe anything in life is possible.
Mhm.
But once you are prepared to do the work, because a lot of people in Dominica and it is no strange thing, and I'm a very straight shooter. That is why sometimes some persons may not like me, but I say it as it is. One of the things that we ace in Dominica is to talk. But when you ask the same talkers to help us, put a helping hand in the work that is needed to be done, that is where now you get the silent or cold shoulder. And so we are saying at the United Progressive Party, the work that we have started is a work that is needed to be done. And yes, once we do the work with the people on our side, at the end of the day, it's the people. Everything stems back to the people. And that is why, yours truly, I made it my point of duty to go around the constituency to get the people's nod, as it were. I don't want to come there representing myself. I want to speak and say, doth saith the people.
Mhm. Now, another question coming from the diaspora. Politics can be very brutal. You would agree with that, huh? You have already experienced criticism because of your activism and political positions. Why are you willing to put yourself through this again?
But I'm part of it already. I'm part of it already, man.
So you're not afraid?
No, I'm part of it already. At the end of the day, after witnessing where Dominica was as a young man growing up to where Dominica is today. Matt, remember Dominica, for those of us who have, as Pero said, memoir pool with no disrespect, let's narrow it down to the Mao constituency which we are speaking about today.
Mhm.
In Canefield, for example, we had Aquacade. Canefield, we had Warehouse. Canefield, our only little airport we have there where the bikers had the event last month or month before. Maho, for example, you had, that's a cultural rich little hamlet right there. In Massac, we have the feast of Saint Anne there. So what I'm trying to say, Matt, Maho constituency and Dominica by extension was a rich place before in terms of making the people's lives better. Sports in Canefield was a big thing. There used to be competitions between Canefield, Massac, Maho. We used to have that before. That is no more as we speak. In the agricultural estate down there, that is at the 8 Bank site down there, Matthew built. You remember Benja Shoes?
Benja Simos, yeah.
You remember Paul's Pastoroni? You remember all these businesses that basically earned people honest living in Canefield? So I'm saying that to say Mao constituency always was a well sought after constituency.
It's no more.
No more. And it is clear to see. Warehouse is no more. Anybody in Dominica that live in Dominica today, over the age of, let's say, 45, 50, they can testify that they have been to Warehouse. That was a lime out sport. We had Simons. We have what we call Simon still, but Simon is not Simon like before. If you did not taste a Simon chicken before, you did not eat chicken. Compliments to my brother Crosby, Mr. Ferrell. He's still doing his thing. Compliments to him and his lady. At least the quality is key. I'm just saying all that to surmise, Matt, that the Mao constituency was a well sought after constituency in terms of the development of people's lives. You have Bello. You have DCP. Not Bello, sorry, DCP. Where a lot of stuff used to be made there. You remember Palmolive soap, Matt?
Oh, yes.
Remember the type of Colgate the Nazis used to make down there?
And blue soap.
All blue soap, all of the farmers from across the length and breadth of this country used to bring their copra, their dried coconuts, and receive cash at the end of the week. That made the economy turn. That made Dominica much more buoyant before. Where are these days? And that is the days we at the UPP, we want to bring back to Dominicans. These are the days.
I just think I asked you the question before. Why UPP? Why did you decide personally to contest on the UPP ticket?
Matt, the United Progressive Party, which I'm part of, the PRO, at least for now, is a party of a different sort of philosophy.
Uh-huh.
The philosophy of the party, at least one being Dominica. We claim that Dominica is the nature island of the Caribbean, but by our practices, we are not showing that. So the United Progressive Party is there. We are propping ourselves to propel Dominica to once again retain that title, to be the nature, the real nature, the true nature of the Caribbean, whereby certain policies will be things to protect the environment, in terms of our building codes, in terms of we being much more resilient. What we have today, Matthias Peltier, we're not resilient. The people of Dominica are resilient. But as per the powers that be, making us much more resilient, that is just talk. Power la bouche.
Let's see if we can take a phone call or two here at this time. Hello, talk to me. Yeah, a lot of calls. Are you there? Caller. Hello.
I'm using a voice assistant to convert your voice to text and respond to you.
I don't know what's going on with the telephone. 449-3095-96 and 97. Now, if somebody's listening right now and maybe they're contemplating as to which party should I support, which party should I give my vote, why should they support Loftus Durand?
Matthias Peltier Loftus Durand is a people's person.
Okay.
A very straight shooter. No nonsense person. I say it as it is, and I try my best to keep and stick to promises made.
Okay.
Let me just get that phone on silent, man, because, yeah, I try my best to stick to promises made. And so in terms of representing the people, yours truly under the banner of the United Progressive Party, with Joshua Francis as the leader, I'll try my very best to keep my promises. Matthias Peltier, if you cannot do something, you cannot do something. Don't, Mama Guy, don't fool, as Shirley has said in song. Stop promising the people and cannot. And you know jolly well you cannot do it. It's better you be honest with the people and let the people understand where you're coming from. They may be upset because you cannot come up to with goods, but at the end of the day,
you think honesty is the best policy?
Best policy across the board.
Loftus, there's been a lot of criticism, some criticism, if you will, of the UPP. Some people say you guys, and I think I've put that question to your leader, you guys were put there more or less to create confusion because I'm just repeating after people that the United Workers' Party have been around for a little while and they seem to be in the majority in terms of the opposition in Dominica. Why would you want to contest seats that were basically, favoring the Labour Party or some strongholds of the UWP, in trying to establish candidates? Why?
All right, Matt, as I said this afternoon, in terms of my foundation set, I really wanted to speak more to the people's needs in the Mao constituency and Dominicans by extension. And so to me, Matthias Peltier, that question or that scenario keeps coming up over and over again.
Right.
And it only serves as a distraction. It only serves
you see it as distraction.
Yes, brother. It only serves to keep us back as part of the opposition forces doing what needs to be done to get Dominica, to get our beloved country out of the political mess it is in.
So defeating the purpose.
Yes. And so to me, going there and rehashing what was said already times without number, it is not profitable. It is not profitable. Time should be better spent on speaking about the people's needs, how effective that we can be representing these people, and that is it.
Let's take a phone call because we don't have too much time. I can tell you that. It's already 9 minutes to the hour of 3 o'clock. Yes, caller, talk to me.
Yeah, you can hear me, man?
I'm hearing you loud and clear, sir. Go ahead.
Okay. Boy, okay. That's what I mean. I'm going to turn on my radio now because I hear the radio. I'm going to turn on the radio.
Okay.
Boy, Lofty is a good candidate, Matt.
All right.
Lofty is a good partner. Lofty can get a lot of support because of the way, but he's a party boy, as a new party, and I think workers have more strength in the community, in the constituency, and that.
So why would you say that now?
Boy, Lofty will get some votes, but I would say Lofty have a good chance of winning. Actually, you don't have a better chance of winning the constituency, Matt. I think so.
Well, that's what the people do decide. But let's go on the telephone. Are you there, caller? Yes.
Yes, man. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon to all Dominicans and Mr. Dura. You know, I wish you all the best from Mao. Matt, we have a problem in Mao. Mao needs a bypass. But for 26 years, every day people pass there and the motorists, Matt, is just chaos. Big dumper blocking the road. And this guy is passing up and down. The Prime Minister, the Minister of Housing, Minister of Communication and Works, Matt, and people, I'm saying, Matt, and the Mao needs a bypass. And the people saying they are fed up because they're losing their time, production, sometimes I'm going Rosso. And I just say, 2 hours back before they unblock the road. So I'm calling for a bypass somehow. I'm the Prime Minister, I'm the budget, you guys. Please, Mao needs a bypass. Casanilla-ville, yeah.
All right, cool. Have you heard that request in terms of the
What's
bypass?
that? Yes. And that is one of the things that I forgot to mention in terms of when you ask some of the needs on the ground. Maho for sure, Matthias PLT, has a level of congestion that is beyond comprehension.
Okay.
And the people, they have said it in non-certain terms that something needs to be done about it. And yes, as your caller alluded to earlier, a bypass is one of the solutions to that problem. So any thinking government in the future, I'm not talking Labour Party.
I know you do a little construction. Do you see that very feasible?
Very feasible, Matthias. We have the Chinese here. We should put the Chinese to work to benefit the people in that way and more.
Mm-hmm. All right, so more telephone calls. Are you there, caller? Yes? Sorry, let's try another call there. Are you there, caller? Hello, the calls are bouncing here. 449-3095-96 and 97. These are the numbers to call. We have only 6 minutes, so you don't have too much time.
But also, as we wait on some calls, I want to single out this afternoon a young brother in Kinfield.
Mm-hmm.
He has this very, very good business named Endless Feeds.
Uh-huh.
I was on the ground sometime a week before, and I met this brother, had a serious conversation with this brother. And so publicly, I want to compliment him based on his innovativeness as a young man.
Okay.
He's just about 40. And he is basically feeding Dominica's animals, helping farmers in Dominica with nutritious meals. And so those of you, I'm just putting in a plug there right now for this brother. He has his business in housing scheme, Kinfield. He started from scratch. He still has his teething periods going through, but at the end of the day, he's prepared to do the hard work to reap the necessary results. So, brother, keep doing the hard work. I know it's difficult to continue in that business, but as I pledge my support to you, once we get there, the United Opposition Force, UPP being a part of that in part or in whole, help is on the way for you and other struggling young men and women. So keep it up.
Matt, good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you.
Lofty, to get rid of Labour, sorry.
I'm not talking about construction. Do you see that?
Lofty,
Very feasible out there.
let's do the right thing to keep Labour out. Join the economies which Dominica need.
I don't know your message there, but you've been trying to say a few things here. A little confusion. So stick on message, please. Stick on message, and we continue. We'll play that message to you. Yeah. Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, if I should interpret what that lady is trying to say, it is to join Dr. Thompson Fontaine to get rid of the Labour Party. That's what I interpret. And ma'am, the UPP is in no fight with the United Progressive Party. A matter of fact, we have said it on the record.
With the United Workers' Party.
And we'll say it again. I'm saying it here this afternoon. Joshua has said it. We have said it on a number of times. We are prepared to work alongside the United Progressive Party to get things done for the better for Dominic and Dominica.
You mean the United Progressive Party is willing to work with the UWP? That's what you want to say?
We are prepared to work. UPP is prepared to work with UWP, and vice versa. UWP should be prepared to work with UPP.
All right.
Plain English.
Have you gotten that indication that you feel that they will accept you then?
What I can say, Matt, there have been conversations as to how deep that conversation went or is prepared to go. Then that is left. I will leave that for the leaders to deliberate on.
Okay. 449-3095-96 and 97. These are the numbers you should call. We only have about 2 more minutes. I will ask Mr. Loftus Jr. to wrap it up here in the afternoon, okay? This is Q95, and this is the talk on the block. A very optimistic Loftus Jr. contesting the Maho constituency on the UPP ticket. United Progressive Party. An uphill battle, Loftus?
But we have some, yes, it is. But at the end of the day, all climbing all mountains begins with one step. Cutting down a big tree, it starts with only one chop. And we have been chopping, we have been climbing. And so the political mileage that we have made already and prepared to make, everything is possible.
What is next? What's the next stop in terms of
the next
meetings?
The next stop for the United Progressive Party, as you heard the ad said earlier, Ms. Harris will be somewhere in the Girodale area this Friday, doing a meet and greet. And so we will be there in our numbers supporting that initiative. And we ask all the people in the Roseau South and Dominicans by extension, just Friday night, come and chill, come and relax, come in the cool breeze of Girodale and talk to United Workers Party's team. Evelyn will be there, the representative, and so she'll be happy to take comments, questions, suggestions from you in moving forward.
Mr. Loftus Jr., let's talk again sometime soon because time is of
the essence, as always with Matt especially.
Thank you. Thank you. Let's do it again sometime.
Thank you, Matt. Thank you. Good afternoon to all Dominicans. Matt, I'm heading to Despo just to see some people up there.
Somebody saying before you go, somebody's saying, I want to add this. Good afternoon to you. No one can predict what Lofty can do, but he said he's willing to make a contribution. And for that, I want to congratulate him for doing what's necessary for the country.
Thank you.
You endorse this message?
I endorse that message fully and similar messages.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Oh, I had a dream. Oh, once I had a dream. Politicians hold significant power to shape the future for you and me through the right decisions, policies, and leadership. They can either empower the young people or create barriers that will stifle our ambition and potential to be the best we can be. So, Mr. PM, what's going on? The more we try and try, distance getting down. You created an illusion, an imagination of a bright, prosperous, wealthy nation. Some call you a mama guy, I call you a heartbreaker and a dream killer. We had plenty hope, but now we can't cope. You're a dream killer. Disregard of mental health while you be seeking in wealth. You're a dream killer. From the NEP, working for small money. You're a dream killer. You present a lot of things. We believe in you. Know our life passing by, nothing coming through. There's a lot of promises, fulfilling a few. There is big celebration for us to preview. Yeah. Dream. Oh, I want children to have a dream. So many sent overseas to study, especially those who support the party. Them workers were blue vests that their parents gave you the X. But every time Felicia come on Facebook Live, they think she exposing makes me want to cry. I wonder why you got this so fly and how my girl getting by. They say a promise is a comfort to a fool. Some kind of graduate, you don't pay the school. What we hear is excuses and more promises, while the students don't want their needs. Some call you a big trickster, I call you a heartbreaker and a dream killer. We had plenty hope, but now we can't cope. You're a dream killer. Disregard of mental health while you busy getting well. You're a dream killer. Some in NEP, working for small money. You're a dream killer. You present a lot of things, we believed in you. Now our life passing by, nothing coming through. It is so embarrassing while you there smiling. There's a grumbling, she call it within. Hey. Oh, if you little had a dream. Have a dream. With hard work and determination, we can reach our destination through access to capital, education, mentorship. But consider yourself as a young man, stuck in the cycle of stagnation, where corruption creates limitation and overwhelming sense of frustration. Every day he faces the harsh reality. He cannot provide for his family, losing his dignity and his sanity while still waiting for his opportunity. Some call you a blood sucker, I call you a heartbreaker and a dream killer. We had plenty hope, but no, we can't hope. You're a dream killer. Disregard of mental health while you busy getting well. You're a dream killer. Some in NEP, working for small money. You're a dream killer. You present a lot of things, we believed in you. Now our life passing by, nothing coming through. Who can run will run, who cannot will stay. Waiting for election day to get oh, we have a dream. Oh, we have a dream.
This chick from country come from the season looking for fun. Went for so long, now she back home, wailing down the tongue. I come to run, I come to jump, I come to. I want to roam back, up to the sofa.